caring for ourselves, how to take care of our body and mind. Elina was a girl who lived in a quiet village surrounded by trees, rivers, and rolling hills. She loved to paint sunsets, write poems in her notebook, and watch clouds dance across the sky. But over the last few months, something inside her had changed. She no longer laughed as much. Her sketchbook stayed closed. She felt tired even after sleeping, nervous before going to school, and sometimes she cried without knowing why. Her parents began to notice. They were loving and supportive, and when they saw their daughter struggling, they gently suggested she speak with someone. That someone was Ms. Elina, a child psychologist, who worked in a nearby town. Elina had never been to therapy before. What if she thinks I'm broken? She whispered to her mother. But when she stepped into Miss Elina's office, her fears slowly began to fade. The room was cozy and welcoming, filled with cushions, drawings, books, and calming lights. "Hi, Elina," said Ms. Elina with a soft, kind voice. "This is a space where everything you feel is welcome." In their first session, Ms. Elina handed Elina a picture of a garden with dry soil and no flowers. "What does this garden need?" she asked. "Water, sunlight, and seeds," Elina replied. "Exactly," said Ms. Elina. "Your body and mind are like this garden. If we don't take care of them, they can't grow. But with the right attention, they bloom." From that day forward, Elina began her journey of learning how to care for herself. She discovered that her mind and body were connected. When she stayed up too late or skipped breakfast, she felt foggy and moody. Ms. Elina helped her build a simple self-care routine. Sleep at 9:30 p.m. Eat a healthy breakfast, go for a short walk after school, and do something kind for herself or others every day. These small changes started to make a big difference. Elina felt more awake, more focused, and more in control. She also learned about emotions, how to name them and understand them. Ms. Elina explained that feelings were like messages, not enemies. Sadness means you might need comfort. Anger could mean something feels unfair. Fear may be protecting you from danger. Listen to the message, but don't let it control you. Elina began to use the feelings wheel to name her emotions: lonely, frustrated, hopeful, proud, insecure. She kept a journal to write her feelings down. Slowly, things made more sense. One day, Ms. Elina brought 2 puppets, a wise owl and a panicked squirrel. "Your brain has 2 parts," she said. "The owl is calm and wise. The squirrel reacts quickly, sometimes too quickly. When you're upset, the squirrel takes over. But you can train your owl to stay in charge." They practiced what to do when emotions ran high. Pause, breathe, wait, and then respond. At school, Elina noticed she was more patient. When her friend Mia got upset and shouted at her, Elina didn't shout back. Instead, she said, "Let's talk when we're both calm." Later, they talked and solved the problem. Elina was proud of herself. She also learned how emotions can show up in the body. Her stomach aches and headaches often came when she was worried or overwhelmed. Ms. Elina called it psychosomatic stress. To calm her body, they practiced deep breathing, stretching, listening to soothing music, and imagining her body relaxing like a melting candle. One special session was all about creating a self-care box. Elina filled hers with a small notebook, a soft feather, a list of positive thoughts, and a photo of her smiling. She used it whenever she needed to feel safe. As the months passed, Elina grew stronger, not just outside, but inside. During Mental Health Week at school, she shared her story with her class. "Taking care of your mind is like brushing your teeth," she said. "You don't have to wait until it's hurting to care for it." Her classmates listened, and after the talk, several thanked her. I feel that way too sometimes, one boy whispered. Elina smiled. She wasn't alone. She also became more aware of others. When her friend Liam stopped coming to art club, she sent him a message. I miss you. Want to talk? Liam later told her he'd been feeling sad, but didn't he know how to say it. Elina encouraged him to speak with the school counselor. It felt good to help someone else. Therapy had taught Elina that asking for help was not weakness, it was wisdom. She understood that taking care of mental health was a daily practice, just like caring for a garden. You don't just water it once, you nurture it every day. By her 13th birthday, Elina had built a powerful toolbox. Journaling, naming emotions, asking for help, sticking to routines, mindfulness, gratitude, and treating herself with kindness. She still saw Ms. Liana sometimes, like visiting a guide on a journey. On the last day of school, she sat by her favorite tree with her sketchbook. But this time, instead of only painting sunsets, she wrote notes to herself. I am worthy. It's okay to rest. Feelings are just visitors. She had grown. Her garden had bloomed. The moral of the story, taking care of our body and mind, is not a one-time act, it's a lifelong journey. When we listen to our emotions, care for our physical needs, and treat ourselves with compassion, we build the strength and balance we need to thrive. Every child deserves the tools to grow from the inside out.